Hey, I think we're ready. What is up, everybody? Welcome to another rousing edition of PMALCS featuring LDD versus PAW. I'm here, the one and only Lolly Hentai Police, joined by your boy Bear Jr. and our lovely streamer Chad Penguin.
What's good, everyone? It's gonna be a spicy match tonight. Lugo is third highest in kills, or fourth highest. He's tied with me for third. And what were you expecting?
As you say, we're going to expect a really interesting match here. PAW on the verge of getting knocked out of playoffs. Going to need to try to pull something out, get some wins here against LDD, who is sitting fairly comfortably, though not quite out of the thick of things yet. So both teams looking to play to grab some wins here and secure themselves a playoff berth.
Yeah, Labby Dabby Doo in that 7th spot, and PAW is currently in 10th, but they are quite close to 9th. They have the same game win-loss record, but the win-loss tie record is slightly worse than OOF, so they need to get some wins here to get in contention for the playoffs, and they might even yeah, who would they knock out? They would knock OOF out for sure if they 2-0'd, unless OOF comes up with a 2-0 this week.
Yep.
Oh, we're in pick ban.
So coming out straight away from pick ban, we see the Echo banned away from This Is Lugo, recently buffed, definitely his strongest champion. Then a Cho'Gath banned away here from the likes of Violet Sociocat and StarCraft, both players are renowned for their Cho'Gath, whether that be top or mid lane.
And Mummy banned away. That's
Yeah,
a strong support right now. I believe it's tank meta for jungle. If you're not going to play, especially with the scuttle, the scuttle is being changed to 315 start. Tanks or level 3 junglers are rewarded for that change.
Yeah, definitely being able to stay in their own jungle longer without being forced to go in and have that 2v2 over scuttles earlier fight over the experience. Mumu being a very strong, engaged, and team-fighting oriented jungler at that.
The Xerath banned away. Ooh, they left Morgana up. There's a flex pick for PAW.
And that could either go down in the support or in the mid lane. Most likely just going to be picked up here by Violet Sociocat, though they have flexed Beowulf down onto Morgana support before to allow for a spicy counter pick mid lane. And then the LDD Classic Sivir bot lane here for JJ Bell, but the Ivern jungle here for Labyrinth 1898.
I believe he's played Sivir. Let me check how many times. I think it's upwards of 7.
Most of the time.
It is. Oh no, he's only played it 3 times in PMALCS. I thought it was more than that.
Yeah, so did I. It seems like a pretty go-to standard pick for that bot lane, Sivir or Xayah or Jinx.
It's a very strong pick. Lets you almost perfect CS. You can CS in our turret pretty effectively. Shove waves out without your support needing to be there. And your ult button is so nice for with team coordination. On the hunt, right? Or what's it called?
Yeah, her ultimate is On the Hunt. Which is
the
odd
Ivern
because
is
I'm pretty
spicy.
sure Rengar's ultimate is The Hunt.
Is that Labby on Ivern?
I believe it is.
That's so spicy. I think Ivern is super good champ right now.
Ivern definitely an underrated, one of the harder jungle pathing champions to accomplish. He doesn't really... His fighting and jungling style is really strange, so he's really hard to master. But very incredibly strong, having Daisy on the front line and Ivern to shield off the back line like a secondary support and tank jungler at the same time.
What I will say is Ivern into Morgana is pretty yikes, because it's pretty telegraphed what Ivern's trying to do, and Morgana can easily land the black shield on whatever target he's trying to go for, unless he does it from out of vision.
Yeah, and then PAW showing the Kaisa Malzahar as well. Pretty much showing their hand that it's most likely going to be Opie there as the AD carry, as he is a known Kaisa player for PAW. And then Malzahar mid lane for Violet Sociocat.
So they do end up flexing the Morgana to support. Which, picking Shen also into Morgana is pretty rough too.
Incredibly rough.
He can land taunt on multiple people, but it's very hard to do that in the first place, and then they're always going to be one person shielded from it. Usually being Kaisa, who can melt the Shen after his, whatever the W is called, goes down.
Yeah, the Spirit's Refuge, Shen's W.
Spirit's Refuge, interesting. Overall, I'm liking PAW's team comp a lot better. The bands now coming out are Caitlyn Alistar and Sejuani Yorick for the side of LDD.
Do you think we'll see them flex the Ivern to support and try to get a cheeky Nocturne Shen pick here, or is this just kind of?
I
really
think they're gonna.
Going for here.
Ivern into Morgana bot would be even rougher than having him go jungle, but they're gonna put Karma as the counter pick for support, I believe, because a poke support that can bust the shield, I think that's what they're going for, is making sure Karma has enough damage to just pop the black shield before she can save her team from the Ivern coming in.
OPDSM fan, I highly doubt there's a Shen support into a Morgana. That would be the most painful, self-hating lane you could ever decide to pick, and there comes the Skarner here for PAW. That is a full purple team, yes.
I think their only hope right now is the Karma popping off in this bot lane with the Sivir Karma poke, just poking the Morgana Kaisa out of lane where they can do much, but they're always gonna have to worry about Malzahar and Skarner coming to their lane. There's so much stuff you have to black shield, or you have to spell shield from Sivir. It's hard to decide what to spell shield against Skarner and Malzahar, and then you get silenced on those occasions sometimes.
And then Vigar here. So Nautilus top for PAW, and Vigar mid here for LDD.
I really like the Nautilus pick. It can definitely do well into the Shen. I think it's a skill matchup, but Nautilus favored. Just because of the sheer amount of damage they gave to his kit. And the Shen buffs were kind of a joke.
Yeah, the Shen buffs being a joke, but the Nautilus damage is on his scaling rather than his base damages for the most part. Shen inherently does have a pretty massive advantage in that lane. The only thing being that he does have to watch out for the Nautilus Skarner support. Just the Nautilus Skarner 2v1 up there in the top lane. Should we get jungle support here? Just able to constant lockdown between the two. Not really getting away, so I mean the Nautilus isn't there to really win the lane. The Nautilus is there to set up engages and lock down the entire team with some pretty easy auto attack routes and the point click ultimate, just sending that out. Death charge gonna take people down.
Yeah, the only one who could do anything about it is the Sivir, but there's so much other stuff she has to spell shield that it could easily go wrong, and she can still get hit by the ult if someone else fires a spell at her at the same time. The Veigar into Malzahar is also a rough matchup. Malzahar can constantly shove Veigar in, and he will never be able to break the spell shield of Malzahar without getting too close. Unless he gets an Ivern gank at the same time, but even then it's pretty unkillable until the spell shield is popped, which she can usually flash away by that point.
Yeah, generally you want to pick something that can hard shove the Malzahar in early to disrupt that farming and scaling up, but
yeah,
I mean,
or just be able to kill the Malzahar.
The Vigar probably seeming a little bit more team oriented here, with able to deny the kind of engage that PAW is looking for with the Skarner Nautilus combo. Getting it dropping down an event horizon and just zoning out the rest of the team.
Yeah, their only form of consistent damage is Sivir. So if Sivir gets behind, it's pretty GG, I think. Like Karma can only burst, Veigar can only burst, and then Shen and Ivern just don't. They do negative damage in team fights.
Yeah, I'm almost surprised we didn't see them pick up a second AD carry and go with that Sivir mid lane.
Oh yeah, that would be some spice.
Something Lugo has definitely done in the past.
That might be it. It might be Veigar Karma bot.
That's the
like
secret.
No joke. That I've seen that before actually. LDD likes to bring out the spice, so they might actually do that. Have Sivir mid on Lugo to throw them off. I'd really like to see that.
I definitely see it as a possibility, but not the most likely scenario here. So I do wonder if only Opie would show up. Oh, there he is. Holy moly. So I wonder what we will see. Hopefully it is good.
Yeah, Sean or OPTSM fan in chat. What is it? It can definitely make some sense. The Sivir mid. I've seen Lugo pop off on it before, and it definitely works versus Malzahar.
Yeah, multiple times says this is Lugo brought it out in PMA LCS.
It's definitely. I still give the edge to PAW, just based on their overall cohesiveness. A lot of stuff has to fall. Like the stars have to align for LDD's comp to work.
Yeah, it's far easier for PAW's comp to be executed. Just pretty simple. I mean, honestly, just all the point-and-click engages. You have two non-skill shot suppressions, and then that non-skill shot Nautilus ultimate. Just able to disrupt the fight and open up onto an isolated target, and just pick off LDD one at a time and take objectives. The 5v5.
And also Skarner has a little bit more mobility moving around the jungle, so he won't get his camp stolen that often, I don't think, unless he's on the complete opposite side of the map.
Yeah, Ivern probably not going to be looking to take on Skarner too much. Skarner is a really strong duelist on top of his Spires, especially against a non-dueling, non-early fighting jungler like Ivern. Who would really just want to make use of 2v1 ganking and just hard farming.
Looking up Nautilus wiki right now so I can check his abilities. I'm pretty sure he has a % health damage on his W. Or no, it's magic damage per second.
It's magic damage per second that scales off of his own maximum health.
He does have very high base damages already. His Q does 100 at level 1, 145 at level 2. And then the magic damage per second on the W starts off at 15. So every single auto he hits does an extra 15 with the W up, and then at level 2 does 20. His E does 55 level 1, 85 at level 2, and 115 at level 3. And his E can hit 5 people at once. Nautilus just does an absurd amount of magic damage right now. It's hard to itemize against it. Although they have four magic sources, so that if the enemy team LDD builds some MR, they can shut down a lot of the damage by PAW.
Yeah, an early Spectre's Cowl to be expected out of the Shen, or he's just gonna get massively bullied out in lane and team fights. I mean, a really interesting composition here, though, from Labby Dabby Do. They pretty much a single DPS, single tank, with kind of zone control supportive kind of team to back it up. I'm interested to see how it works out.
Yeah, it's hard to execute, but it can definitely pay off dividends because it's not a comp you normally see, and you can always forget about the Shen ult along with Ivern shields. So you can get, like, with a comp that just wants to go in on you all the time, like PAW has, they might get a little bit too overcommitty and lose a lot of what is it, like if they start to try to 3v3 or 3v2 the enemy team, they'll get instantly Shen ulted on and Iron will just pop up out of nowhere and just stop whatever engage they were trying to do. If he gets there in time, that is. But the Sivir Karma is already hard enough to kill by themselves, so it could work out in Lavidavidu's favor if they start to run into those situations.
Yeah, especially if we see Mikhail's Crucible come out of either Ivern or Karma or both to help prevent a lot of that lockdown for their team. Keep the Veigar and Sivir even more safe than before.
I really I disagree with the exhaust from both sides. I think it really cuts your kill potential down a lot.
There's especially no need for exhaust from the side of PAW, as there's not really any high damage that's going to be in close up on Morgana in the back line.
And I'd say Kaisa is the only one you can exhaust on from LDD's side to go to, I mean from PAW's side, from like Karma can only exhaust Kaisa and Morgana can only exhaust, like, I don't even know who, maybe Lugo when he's ulting.
Sivir,
maybe Sivir, but like Sivir ulting or Veigar ulting, I guess. But there's so many more situations that you could use Ignite to cut the healing. So now there's very, very few situations you can actually get a kill unless the enemy team fails to use their summoners.
Or you get the classic Paw Patrol 5-man bot lane at 7 minutes. Pretty standard rotation there.
Yeah. It's going to be interesting to see how everyone uses their spells, because Karma can disengage with the Mantra Q or Mantra E. And Sivir just has to flash out. Even if they get 5-man, that's a very good disengage tool to get away from something like that.
What do you think, chat? Give us a hashtag, a PAW win, hashtag LDD win, hashtag bat win in the chat for us. Who do you think will be the victors today? Hey, of course there's no one in chat anyway, so it really doesn't matter. I'm pretty sure it's all the teams and then us and OPTSM fan.
It's like TPR loose. Oh god. F to pay respects.
Oh, LDD win, looking for big things from Biscuit, to be honest here. From Renwolf89. Not really on a high playmaking champion there from Karma, not a champion to go out and dazzle us, but if he does come up big on those key roots and shields.
Yeah, it's more of a pressure champ. You have to constantly pressure the enemy laner, but lacking the ignite, you have to land like a Mantra Q into like a boomerang blade to have any killer like potential. It's very tough.
Press W. If you get that poke down, press W.
Yeah, you have to time it off. Like if the enemy uses Black Shield, either break it with the Mantra Q and then W, or just wait it out and follow them with the W. It's a very good champion to Morgana. So we'll see. It's gonna be a support battle duking it out in the bot lane. It's whoever has the shove usually wins that lane. But if they're not warding effectively, they're gonna get collapsed on immediately by PAW, who has very good synergy with their timing as a team is very good. They all seem to listen to Ali very effectively and make their own calls very effectively, especially with Beowulf and Opie having 3+ seasons together in the bot lane.
Yeah. Have they ever been separated, I wonder?
I think at one point, but maybe not. It's been several seasons with them in the same lane, so they have, like, they don't need to even say anything to each other, and they'll be in the right spot.
Yeah, I drafted them together season 3, and they were together season 1 for sure.
I'm pretty sure I had them for a season, if I'm not mistaken.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the old PMA LCS pause at 10.
Got it.
I'm there.
All right.
3, 2, 1, commence.
Although we do have to give our general advantage here away from LDD, as if anyone was watching, they have 3 different factions selected between their 5 players at least. So not any faction synergy there for LDD.
What is PAW?
I only saw 1 faction symbol on PAW.
Oh, they have it as their icons?
Yeah.
I have the United. What is yours?
I refuse to select one because there's not one that caters to my taste.
Oh, and we're at an actual female LCS pause.
Perfect.
OP disconnected or something.
StarCraft said, Chad Pingle, we summon you. Well, guys,
It looks like you're playing, but
I'm being called in.
so a point start from each team, interesting.
Better than a 3.
I see a lot of teams do this. They hate the 5 point. They never do 5 point. It's always a 4 point or a 3 point or a 5-man. Sometimes it's a 5-man stack. That's my favorite one.
I think we mostly do the 5-man stack because every time I go, hey guys, let's do a 5-point start, my entire team's like, what? Alright, well,
Wait a minute. Take offense to that.
I like to make a V formation and just run it down mid. The pixel ward is less important nowadays with the scuttle change, but still important to see. Maybe you spot the enemy jungler walking by and see what side he started on. Especially against a jungler like Ivern, where you don't know where the heck he's starting. He doesn't need a leash.
Without the scuttle, that's actually not a good ward anymore, because the entire point of it was to see if the jungler does start the scuttle grab.
It still lets you see if he's going to gank mid early, which is kind of nice. Or if he's going to vertical jungle. So it's still somewhat useful, but it's not crucial anymore. You want to hold it mostly, I believe. I haven't actually checked up on like what challengers are doing, but it'd be interesting to see. Some classic trading going on. See that W start? He's got Aftershock in top StarCraft. Already slapping her fall away.
Pretty standard solo lane Nautilus rune there. Because he just walks up, his basic attack gets the root from his passive, and it's just a free proc, and you can keep people in place, get the bonus damage, and win trades.
He's also got Corrupting Potion versus Doran's Shield, so it's a game of attrition up in top.
Fall does have a kind of advantage there in that terms because of the bonus of having the Grasp of the Undying there. He can get some trades off and get a little bit of health back in return, utilizing his own shield to mitigate some of that damage. I mean, the lane definitely favors Shen for the most part. It's just that if there's any jungle help, there is no way Shen escapes.
I think most of these trades in lane will be dependent on who has the minions in their favor. So because there seem to be very even damage-wise, and they both can't avoid each other that much. So whoever's got the push going, it will favor them usually. JJ Bell got the push going, but he has burned through a lot of his mana already, so it'd be interesting to see how long they stay in lane and if he can keep it up. He's got the minions in his favor. He's going to heavily win this trade up top.
Huge trading, yeah. Rafal not respecting the bonus minion damage or respecting the trade potential from StarCraft when the
might go down here.
His refuge is down. Nah, he's going to get saved up from that key shield. His key barrier keeping him alive from the tick damage off of Corrupting, plus the bonus damage off of Titan's Wrath attack.
JJ Bell completely out of mana now. has to start landing some spell shields or he will not have any. OP getting shoved in, but it has more CS, showing
Here
his...
comes Labyrinth, though, into the mid lane there behind Violet Sociocat. Forces the flash away from Malzahar, misses the root, but Skarner is now here, and the chase is on as Violet Sociocat gets the silence, but this is Lugo with a clutch. Why am I so words? Event Horizon. Gotta save up and disengage that for once and for all.
Okay, take a look at CS. It's even on ADCs. Ali has a slight lead in mid, about 10 CS. It's gonna change after this wave though.
Yeah, to be expected though from the Malzahar against the Igar.
I had to rearrange portraits. They're all messed up for me. Yeah, very even in CS right now. Shen has a slight lead in CS because of all the trading StarCraft was doing to him. He's out of corrupting potions now, so this is where Rafal might have a little bit of safety. Like, he doesn't have to worry about the corrupting potion damage, and there's no ignite in top lane to kill him.
And a little bit of damage traded back down there, and on top of that,
very good mantra Q.
On top of that is as soon as Rafal gets some ranks in his queue, as he's going in hard on StarCraft now, here comes Labyrinth, he gets the shield onto Rafal, the root lands, StarCraft is taken incredibly low, can he Labyrinth finish off, flashes forward for the final auto attack, but he gets minion blocked! Oh, but the Shen stand united coming through to save him up in the end. A risky play, minions trying to bring one back for StarCraft, but the stand united is now used.
Ivern's a friend of the jungle camps, but the minions hate him apparently. They're blocking him for a year.
Go back to the jungle, you foul tree.
And Lugo is running Violet Sociocat out of mana here with his push. Violet is doing her best to shove him in, using that Doran's passive to get her mana back. Apparently you can be out of mana on Malz and still shove a lane.
He gains some back. Rafal going in here pretty deep for some trades onto StarCraft there, as he's going to get the damage. We see now he's scaling up for his Spirit Blade. Twilight Assault going to have extra ranks deal percent of StarCraft's health, whereas StarCraft's scaling is only percent of his own health as well, so... Shen getting up there, getting towards that level 9 point where he can just hard bully Nautilus out of lane.
Labby securing Scuttle, it looks like. Or is not even up. He just got the Skarner Spire, that's what it was.
Will he, BTS and Fen, will he go Bork with the massive attack speed buffs yet? Probably not. It's not that good. Fun is all hell to play attack speed Shen, but...
Yeah, Sunfire Cave seems pretty meta right now. Just get yourself pretty tanky, you have the extra magic damage to clear waves, to... I don't know, to... in team fights, it actually does an absurd amount of damage.
Yeah, Titanic Hydra also a viable option here. Is StarCraft going to go in? Rafal taking quite low. He goes, he taunts in. StarCraft trading damage. Rafal kiting back. They're just going to walk away. Pretty low, so Labyrinth 1898 up on his way here. He's not going to be able to get spotted out from this ward, so this could be a dead Nautilus again. As Rafal picks up a free red buff, courtesy of Ivern.
That was very good pings. They saw it come. Veigar, Lugo is probably calling that out, and they also had a ward in deep in the river. That's a very good ward. Whoever put the deep river ward, props to you for that one.
Karma, Biscuit Head. That
covers someone roaming from Tri into your river bush, and it also covers a mid lane roam, so it's a very good ward right there. Props. And another nice magic Q there, tagging Beowulf, chunking her out, making her burn a potion.
And so level 6 here for the 80 carries, and the sport's catching up in due time. Pretty even lane so far with really no action to speak of.
Yeah, unless you have Ignite or land every single Mantra Q into Boomerang Blade, it's really not going to be a spicy lane. Until Ivern shows up like he's doing. but it's not gonna at that deep. It's not gonna work.
On the hunt is Pop though. There they go. Beowulf just gonna stop the root and deny the entire engage. Walks away under tower.
The best they could do there is keep the freeze that they had, but they decided to push out anyway.
Yeah, now we see Shen staying really healthy up in this top lane from the acquisition of the red buff, which had just run out now. Gonna make that an incredibly impressive lane. Ivern ruining top
Good
lane.
flash.
Now Violet Zosia forced to flash out as Beowulf gonna land the root onto JJ Bell out there as they're trying to chase in under the tower. Paw gonna try valiantly to defend this red ward, but here comes 1898 Labyrinth on his way down.
Labby lacking the flash from that top lane gank, so now he couldn't have flashed on them there when the black shield was down. Unfortunate.
Don't know, there could have been much they could do to follow it up though. JJ Bell incredibly low on mana. Anna was pretty low on health. They may have been able to turn. It could have been a potential bait, but now they're looking mid lane here as Labyrinth 1898 going to show Violet Zosia flashless. Just gonna be spell immune.
Another nice binding.
Rooted up. Karma's rooted up now, taking incredibly low. OP just gonna pick up a free kill. The heal down. I don't recall JJ Bell and Biscuit Hat using that heal. There hasn't been too much action in the bot lane. It must have been at the same time as the kill up top. But now here comes the stun landing on Violet Zosia. She's gonna go forward as Labyrinth 1898 flashing in behind. The ultimate coming down onto this is Lugo, but Violet Zosia going down.
Oh!
What?
That was the space aids.
Damage over time coming in now as now Rafal is on the run from StarCraft. StarCraft going to try to pick up this kill as now JJ Bell getting jumped on by Opie. Gets that killer instinct in. Can he get him? He flashes forward and picks up the kill onto JJ Bell, but now he's rooted down at the edge of tower range and Biscuit Hat picking up return kill. Now he's chasing down Beowulf. The exhaust comes out from Beowulf as well as the ultimate. And then stopwatch as well. Biscuit Hat now back on the chase. Beowulf on the run. Labyrinth 1898. Here comes a teleport from This Is Lugo. He really wanted the kill, but Biscuit Hat gonna clean that up. And This Is Lugo probably a little sad he didn't get the kill.
What a
But gonna pick up the farm as Rafal and StarCraft trading more blows under red team's tower. Rafal looking incredibly low.
Okay, what just happened across the map? A whole fiesta just broke out. There was they were diving tier 2 bot lane when the tier 1 is still up. I like it.
All that slow paced early laning just kind of bubbled up and exploded with a bunch of action.
Malzahar getting killed mid from Ivern popping her shield with his own shield and then rooting him into the Vagar combo. But the space aids must have been on a minion at the time and then transferred to Lugo. Or maybe just as soon as Ali was dying, she just got the E off and killed him somehow. Because of Airy. I think Airy proc killed him.
Airy proc on top of the Malefic Visions there for Violet Zosia. That is really annoying. That jungle camps make sounds.
That was kind of cute.
I'm gonna go with that's a skin dependent thing there.
I really like the vision. I like the vision line.
Teleport coming in bot lane now here as we see 4-man collapse onto JJ Bell and Biscuit Hat. Biscuit Hat gonna get suppressed up immediately and taken down. That's a pick here, and it looks like Paw immediately going to walk over to this Ocean Drake here. Gonna try to clean that up for themselves.
Yeah, it's a very good strat of Paw to just keep. Oh, the flash.
Oh, Rafal flashing under tower, but StarCraft gonna try to turn this. He drops the death charge. Gonna get the Ocean Drake though to start giving him some self-sustain under tower, maybe heal him up. Big Event Horizon gonna come out. Sparkling 99 taking incredibly low, and now they're on the hunt. JJ Bell picking up himself a kill, and they're still going for more, but not gonna quite get it as Violet Zosia escapes under her own tower.
Yeah, I was gonna say, it's a very tough game for Karma because she has to not only feel pressure to apply her own pressure because of how the lane state works with Morgana, but she doesn't have her own spell shield to get away from the massive amount of CC that Paw has to throw. So if she's not instantly ready to avoid ganks, she'll die every single time because they're not going to go for Sivir first with the spell shield.
StarCraft there under his own, at the edge of his tower range, going to pick up that kill. StarCraft overestimating his tankiness against the all-in from Rafal there.
A solo kill, yeah, that was interesting.
OPTSM
Just a little bit of an overstay.
OPTSM ban trying to call out a spell shield from JJ Bell, probably blocking the Skarner ultimate, but kind of really missed in general. So no, nobody saw that OPTSM ban.
And let's take a look at CS again. Pretty even across the board. Nothing too much of a disparity. I think top lane is the biggest CS lead at 10 or at 7, so it's maybe in bot lane at 10. So it's very much even game in gold. Only 0.3, 0.4 up, in 0.4k up for the side of LDD, but that really, in the grand scheme of things, doesn't mean a whole lot.
Yeah, if you look at where the gold leads are distributed, because we're gonna see quite a bit of trading here. Rafal and StarCraft not gonna have any kill pressure yet, with no jungle help. But the gold distribution here favoring PAW, as the gold leads are onto their mid and 80 carry, their damage dealers, the ones they want to be getting ahead. But the gold leads for LDD are on the top jungle, not really the greatest of champions to have ahead. Both champions that can play from gold deficits on their own. So they kind of want to start getting this Sivir and Vigar rolling a little bit more.
And if these teams hit super late game, who do you give the edge to? I'd say slightly to PAW due to Kai'Sa, but it honestly might not mean a lot if Kai'Sa just gets blown up by Veigar through the black shield.
Yeah, StarCraft. DG Mad Hatter, thanks for the subscription, my friend. 3 months there. Hyper late game. I mean, I give it a 50-50 hyper late game. It's gonna be Vigar versus Kai'Sa. Who can do more? Can Kai'Sa pump through the damage, or can Vigar get the Kai'Sa out of the way to set up his Sivir to just kind of burn through the remaining members of PAW?
And I'm sorry, Sean, I did not see the spell shield that you were talking about. My camera must have been jumping around, but it must have been good.
Associate get trapped again. She's gonna go the ultimate, drops it onto, this is Lugo, who's gonna get the stand united from Shen. Shen comes in, misses the taunt. Barkley 9-9 on the chase. Violet Associate Cat. Malefic Vision's picking up that kill again. As StarCraft now here with the teleport. Barkley 9-9 gonna grab Rafal, abducting straight in. Opie is also here, but this is a fairly tanky Shen. He's gonna take the depth charge and just get burned down by 5 members of PAW. As bot lane for LDD pushing up to that turret. They're gonna try to trade the bot lane turret here for the mid lane, as PAW is 5-man strong and looking to possibly dive Labyrinth 1898 as he is rooted up by Morgana, and they're going hard, taking a little bit of damage here from the tower.
This is that coordination we were talking about earlier. They're instantly grouped as 5, whereas the LDD is probably doing the right thing. They might have been able to send Karma mid and have Sivir solo push in that scenario, but it's hard to make a call like that in the heat of the moment.
Yeah, they're not sure why LDD is backing out of this bot lane tower, as PAW rotating towards the top side. Maybe they thought that PAW would head bot because the dragon is spawning soon.
Lack of vision, so they don't know where they're going.
It's true. With the second Ocean Drake of the game spawning here for PAW. Now PAW looking to break open this stagnant early game.
PAW's vision is just insane right now. They have the whole map lit up. LDD needs to start getting those sweepers out, start finding these pink wards and putting their own down.
Yeah, LDD though getting here to this dragon, trying to set up. They have the global advantage, the teleport available for Shen, but not available for StarCraft, as they traded teleport for Stand United. And I don't know if they know that the bushes don't hide epic monsters anymore, but Labyrinth 1898 gonna fill that pit up, but no contest here from Paw Patrol. They give that over freely.
And the CS lead is growing for the side of Paw on their carries at least. Shen's still maintaining a CS lead, which is good. But the jungle mid and ADC for Paw have a slight advantage, about 10 each. It's what you want to see if you're Paw. Now they're up, instead of being down 0.3, now they are up 1.8.
Yeah, and that swing coming from the jungle gold now is Skarner catching up due to tower gold and assist gold there from that play mid lane. And catching up and surpassing Labyrinth 1898, who is pushing behind this tier 1 for the bot lane. Looking for kills as Beowulf was taken incredibly low.
And is that going to be a Righteous Glory on Skarner?
Absolutely going to be a Righteous Glory on Skarner. He already has the Predator boots of swiftness coming out here.
Swiftness, yeah, I love it.
Rafal looking to get dove upon here up in the top lane is there are 3 members here. Here comes the suppression, and he's just going to get suppressed again.
Oh
Hold
my
out
lord.
He tries to get away. He shadow assaults and he dashes and he flashes and he's taken down by Violet Sociocat. And now they're going to trade. LDD pushing in mid, but the Rift Herald has dropped top lane, so a little bit more pressure coming in for Paw Patrol. And it looks like they're going to keep going, but the teleport from This Is Lugo coming up to try and save this as 3 members are backing out there for LDD. They are rotating up top, trying to get these catches here. As StarCraft is overstaying, Violet Sociocat trying to get on her way out. LDD calling off the rotation, but calling it back on as StarCraft is lumbering on out.
Interesting.
And that'll do,
good
trading
TP.
mid for top.
Good TP by Lugo. Paw had the decision to maybe go for a tier 2, but they decided to just let the Rift Herald charge into the turret while they reset, which is the smarter option. They could risk giving a kill over to Veigar, based on the fact that they had no ults left from using them all on Shen. Good play by Paw to get that turret and not lose one in the process. Unless, did they lose their mid outer? I'm not sure.
Yeah,
I think that was already lost.
Paw traded mid outer for top outer.
Gotcha.
In that play there.
I would like to see them try to defend the mid outer instead of going for that play. Mid outer, if you hold that turret, there's almost no chance you lose the game if you have mid outer up. It's hard to hold the whole game, but it is one of the hardest turrets for the enemy team to kill.
And now we see him play bot lane as Beowulf coming in here with the root. He's going to get the chains down. Here comes the Stand United, but it's not in time to teleport now from Violet Sociocat as 5 members of Paw on this bot lane to the 4 of LDD.
The cast time on
Here comes
Spell
the suppression
Shield.
straight down onto Biscuit Hat. He gets so many shields though, but the ultimate coming out onto This Is Lugo from StarCraft. He takes down Violet Sociocat, and now Paw is all trapped in a bad spot here as the Event Horizon going to lock down Obi. Obi is bursted out. Rafal came in with the teleport arriving just in the nick of time. And now Paw is on the run. Rafal smells blood. He's the one on the hunt, no longer Sivir. But there's not much more he's going to get out of this.
Yeah, very good use of stopwatch by Ali to bait everyone to go for it and then stopwatch under the turret. But it creates a lot of chaos. The enemy team was able to respond to it. Veigar picking up the kill right after the stopwatch ends and getting 850 gold in the process.
Yeah, Lugo flashing in really wanted that shutdown gold, and that's going to be incredibly helpful for LDD, almost evening out that mid lane gold disparity. So closing in on that win condition of getting their mid lane and AD carry to be even or ahead in gold, but will it be enough here? As StarCraft is going to continue lumbering on back up to this top. It's always funny watching Nautilus walk.
If Lugo gets to the point where he can one-shot Kai'Sa during like a bush cheese or something, that's where they have a win condition on the side of LDD. But if they don't manage to do that, I think Paw wins every team fight. Save Sivir getting 6 items maybe, but I really give the edge to Paw at the mid to late transition.
I think Veigar's closing in on that point. Has 446 immediate flash away from Violet Sociocat. The cheese almost catching her out, trying to set up this dragon now. And no flash on Malzahar means this is going to be a rough contest here for this Infernal Drake. not having that advantage as this is Lugo trying to act as the zone control. But he's going to get rooted up and he's going to get suppressed down. But here comes all the shields from LDD. They're on the hunt. They're going in deep. Beowulf taking incredibly low. He goes down. Rafal picking that up. Now Rafal's deep onto Kaisa as the rest of PAW's trying to run away. But now Rafal in a bad spot. Could not take the 1v1 against Opie. He's forced to dash out. The redemption comes down for LDD, keeping them healthy. Almost taking down Barkland 9-9 in the end, but now advantage 5 members to 3 here for LDD around this Drake, and he's still going to pop those bushes. It does not hide the Drake. A fairly long ago update. Will they be able to take this cleanly though? And it looks like yes.
The classic Legends on Tap strat of fight with the baby cage around choke points. And it splits the enemy team up so nicely because they're already split around the choke point. And now they have to play around the baby cage as well. Which no one wants to walk into that.
On the way pings to Baron from Paw Patrol. They're starting this Baron up. This is a worded Baron. This is
how you Dignitas the game into the trash.
Oof. Here comes LDD. They're collapsing and Paw Patrol just immediately disengages from that Baron. There are wards everywhere now from LDD near that Baron. Some cheeky wards picking all that off.
Great job calling the Baron off. Respectable.
Strong ward coverage there from LDD to sniff that out. If there were no wards there, that could have been a pretty dangerous time for LDD as PAW really could have taken that.
Now this is a almost 500 AP Infernal Draked up Veigar. He's in one-shottable potential for this killing Morgana or killing Kaisa if they're not careful around these bushes.
It looks like he's going for a Void Staff here next, so gonna help him just pop through the defenses, potentially help shred through tanks as they kite back once he has that completed.
Second Infernal spawning in a couple minutes, right? I can't see the dragon timer.
Is that Infernal? It is a second.
It definitely is
Infernal.
Infernal.
Like 3.5 minutes now. They took it pretty recently.
I think that'll be the next crucial fight. Whatever team tries the siege right now will probably be the one that loses the fight. But if they just try to get Vision around the Drake, I think that's their best option, which PAW already has 3 pink wards around the river. If they can hold those pinks, it'll make things a lot easier for them. I think red side has a little bit easier time getting the Drake based on the way the map is shaped. But it's still anyone's game around that pit. Just don't get caught face checking, basically.
Yeah, advantage does go to LDD as they do have that outer tower down for the side of PAW, so extra bot lane vision control able to go over to that red side. We see here, teleport not yet available for StarCraft. LDD could try to make a play here with the Stand United and our false teleport as well coming up soon, but now Predators popped and they're not going for it, just using it to check out that Baron.
And neither team wants to make the first move, which is smart. You want to be the one defending rather than attacking.
Oh, flash away here from This Is Lugo, almost caught by the Dark Binding from Beowulf. So that's a big cooldown there for PAW. Able to help them get onto This Is Lugo better now with Barkland 9-9 and StarCraft should they choose to make some big engagement.
It's just a one large vision dance right now. They're moving as a unit to clear out these wards, I like that. They might walk into this Nautilus though if the enemy team groups on them. Clearing out Baron vision at the same time.
Advantage as LDD gave up the Baron area control, so vision taken back, and now Rafal. He's in a 1v2 situation down there. He is very tanky.
So level up too, it's not gonna work.
I'm still waiting for LDD to try to pull the trigger, having the global presence of Shen available to none from Nautilus, but if anything, they should be the ones to pull that trigger there.
Very difficult for each team to go in. If you screw up your engage, you don't get another chance. So you'll just get wiped and lose the objective if you mess up one little thing. So they're trying to make sure everything looks right before they try to pull the trigger. You look at the CS, Lugo has gone up in CS now. Shen is also up 20, and Kaisa is actually beating out Sivir by 30. So a little bit even, but Lugo is gonna scale infinitely where Malzahar falls off a little bit.
Yeah, this is Lugo kind of taking some back here, getting the mid lane farm for himself, while PAW kind of splits it between their mid and AD carry. Something that you hate to see, though, is having two carries split one wave of farm. And now the Dragon is up and available, but LDD has the positional advantage for now. Barklin99, can he find a play here? Doesn't have his Spire captured in that river, so going to give him a little bit less of a major Skarner advantage in terms of the engage. But LDD's giving space.
And Malzahar still has a bit more gold from getting those kills. She has the 3 items finished, whereas Veigar only has 2, but Veigar is at 600 AP now.
And this
just
Dragon's
about.
going down pretty quickly here. PAW going to pick that up, and now the suppression drops straight onto Labyrinth 1898 as he tried to get in there. Huge damage coming across. Here comes a Stand United onto a suppressed JJ Bell. He flashes out. Opie is slain by This Is Lugo, and now LDD are winning this fight pretty heftily. StarCraft is now on the run. He can't get out. LDD gonna run it down mid now. What a huge teamfight win.
Great baby cage, and then Event Horizon just completely melting the Kaisa. No chance for her to even use her 3 items. She needs a QSS, she needs a Hex Drinker, she needs every thing possible that she can't afford right now. Yeah, Black Shield, but it's just the Morgana got melted right away from stepping up too far to try to ult. As Morgana, it's really tough to decide in a team fight, do you walk up and try to ult, or do you Black Shield your carry and just stay back? Very tough decisions to make in the moment. Ends up dying early. Kaisa gets stuck in the baby cage and getting melted. They lose Dragon and the inhibitor for it, and now they lose Baron probably.
Yeah, this game's opened up. I don't know that LDD can do Baron here though. Health bars are waning a little bit on.
They'll try to cheese vision and maybe reset here. Smart play.
Yeah, this is Lugo going for that solo cheese. He may get caught out here. He's all alone, and now it's a 5v2 here as Barklin99 going to come in. He gets the smite down on This Is Lugo, who is suppressed immediately, and this is going to be a dead Veigar going for a cheeky play. He's going to get himself killed. Obi, Killer Instinct coming in, but kill going over to Malzahar, and now Baron potentially going over to PAW here, unless we see a crazy steal from Labyrinth 1898. Flash is available, but he is low in health. Where's the zoning from Paw Patrol right now?
He's also down a level, and if they start a fight here, Kaisa will clean up.
Oh, Barklin99 securing that as Labyrinth 1898 did go in, unable to pick that up, trades his life away for naught. But not Nautilus, just for naught.
Very good. Very, very good turn of events. Picking up on the fact that Lugo overstayed. He was trying to go for the bush cheese while the rest of his team already got their resets off. It ended up being a 2v5 like you said.
Yeah, but Barklin99 taking that long path around and using the blast cone over rather than going through the choke just completely caught This Is Lugo off guard.
I'm not sure if he had flash up when he died, but if he did, he might have just thought he couldn't get out anyway.
I don't think he had it up yet. I think it was still down from the earlier flash away from under his own tower.
Gotcha.
Either that or he was silenced by Malzahar.
So now what does PAW do with this Baron? They already have an inhibitor down. This is where it gets really awkward. If they'd go to a side lane, the enemy team has the option of just running it down mid with the supers. But they can make a play down mid if they wanted to. Even just push into the supers.
Looks like they are just going to run it down mid, pushing into the supers. Now the teleport from This Is Lugo onto his mid lane tower. He's going to get himself killed here as Barklin99 going in, going to smite down that spell shield away. But he does get a great Event Horizon there to stop the engage. There's a teleport now in for StarCraft.
PAW can keep going.
Yeah, PAW can keep going. LDD's bot lane now responding. LDD's bot lane pushing up top. This could be devastating. Now Rafal's rooted up. Here comes the teleport in from Violet Sociocat. They're going to make a 5v3 here under this tower as Opie's taking it curly low, flashes away from the Rafalton. But now Rafal's in deep. He's starting to go under half health. He is now actually taking damage. Does he go down? He's forced to flash away as Daisy gonna be the hero to block off some skill shots and go down for Rafal.
This is where their siege ends because OP got
this is
chunked
Lugo
out.
taking down Violet Sociocat, but now he's gonna get the depth charge. Here comes Killer Instinct. OP trading out that kill, and now they're on the tower. They do take the tower down in the end, but the bot lane of LDD here is here to reinforce. They're on the hunt now. Barkley 99 gonna be the first to jump on. Huge ultimate from Beowulf to zone out for his team as OP playing very far back off the bot lane, off the back line, and Paw Patrol gonna try to disengage on the hunt, wearing out, and now here comes the rest of LDD. Beowulf going down.
Next dragon is Elder.
Already there.
Both teams equal value for Elder right now, but LDD looks like they're going to be able to pick this up with the 30-second death timer of Morgana, the one person who can ward the pit. Morgana ended up black shielding Nautilus in the original fight, so OP got chunked out.
Gonna get taunted out here in his own jungle. He's forced to pop his stopwatch, but this is 4 members surrounding. Can he get away? He's not going to quite make it. Trying to scuttle away, doesn't quite make it. Unstoppable is the Shen, and now this Elder Drake is coming up, and LDD looks to have it uncontested as they get their free 2 buffs of red.
Yeah, Paw forced to face check all of this because they don't have anyone that can ward for them really, besides just dropping their own pink wards in the pit.
They have no reliable steal there. Their smite down, Labyrinth 1898. His smite gonna be back up in a few seconds. Should be in time for the low health of the Elder. This is Lugo off to zone, doing his standard behind the pit. And this is just gonna be given freely to LDD by Paw Patrol. Not even gonna bother contesting.
If I were LDD,
says, Elder, I hardly know her, smites away the dragon.
if I were LDD, I would have one person making sure they can prevent the push mid, and then run top.
Beowulf though, that Q doing a lot of damage. Beowulf flashing away from that. Flash off the Morgana and the inhibitor goes down.
Inhib spawning, so they're just gonna 4-man it for this. That's very smart actually. Oh, they didn't get it.
They didn't take it.
They're waiting for the wave. Okay. This
Stand
could
United
get ugly.
is available though for LDD.
Yeah, Paw does not want to fight into Elder though. Very much respecting that.
Although did get a decent bit of poke down onto LDD. But they do have Barkley 99 getting caught out here, stuck in there, but the huge damage coming out from this is Lugo. Gonna force them away. Beowulf running away.
On the hunt popped.
Yep, that's Primordial Burst and on the hunt now down from LDD, which honestly is not going to take that long. 44-second cooldown on Primordial Burst. So they'll be able to reset that quickly here, but...
Yeah, they want to use the Elder effectively. Just get the top 2nd tier and then maybe rotate to get Baron Vision if they can't keep pushing.
Yeah, I don't know that there's much they can do after this push, after that tower going down.
Yeah, if they go for this inhibitor, this could get into a team fight scenario they might not want. But if Elder's still up, they have a good chance to win the fight.
Yeah, LDD not really equipped to hard siege that.
As long as they don't dive. If they dive, they'll probably lose the fight. But if they stay out here, they'll win it. But they're gonna waste their Elder. Unless I think a better use of Elder here is just cheese Vision near Baron.
Yeah,
while the enemy team walks up to ward it.
Would be the ideal situation there. They do have full control of this jungle right now. This is like just melting Luba. And here it comes. Paw. A little early there from This Is Lugo, and now they are going after it. Beowulf taken straight down. And this is now a 5v4 in favor of LDD. They're going to turn right towards Baron.
It's a very good target to kill. Now they have less vision, like I said. Like they can only use pink wards to ward now, or trinket wards.
Yeah, even though the event horizon from This Is Lugo coming down a little bit too early to catch anyone out in it and scaring them away, they still just run down Beowulf with On the Hunt from JJ Bell. They should pick this up for free. Barkley 99 on the bottom half of the map, not even bothering to go contest this.
Yeah, Lucas had 750 AP right now, so Black Shield means nothing if he hits one ability.
You mean 829 AP?
829 from that, 862 now. I mean, just taking the Baron. That's disgusting.
This is scary Veigar right now.
One event horizon will probably kill Kaisa.
Yeah, finishing up that Void Staff
yeah.
too, so able to shred through the magic resist of these tanks here.
Might need an auto attack too.
He doesn't even have Rabadons, probably.
Decap, yeah.
Yep.
Once he has decap, it's gonna be over 1,000. It's gonna be 1,200 probably.
Even without Baron buff enhancing that for sure.
Yeah. This is where LDD might get a little too cocky. They lost their Elder buff now. They have Baron, but if they go for too cheeky of a fight, PAW can turn this with the fed Kaisa. As long as Kaisa's able to do damage and has the Black Shield on herself, if they take down Veigar, this fight goes heavily in the favor of PAW.
Oh, this is about deleting Beowulf, but he's going to get taken really low. Flash away. The Stand United going to come in and save him. On the Hunt is now out. Violet again is in a bad spot. They look like they're going to get the root up as Rafal is taking up under this tower, but they're fighting in a choke against so much AoE damage now. But Barkland 99 going down. Daisy coming out a little late to the party as StarCraft going to eat that Primordial Burst for breakfast, and he goes down. Opie going down as well. This Violet now on the run. Can Labyrinth take him down? Labyrinth 1898 will, in fact, pick up this kill in the end, slowly slapping him to death as the teleports come in mid lane. LD looking to end this one and take game 1.
Yeah, very solid team fight. They got the pig onto the Morgana, did not even go down. Veigar did not even go down through this whole entire Skarner ult, able to flash out and then use Baby Cage to zone the rest of the fight while his front line runs in. And Shen was one beefy boy at 5 items.
Yeah,
could not deal with him.
Tanking it up. It looked like Violet Sociocat may have been able to turn that fight with all that AoE damage coming out from the silences and zoning off of Malzahar, but just not quite enough. They get shredded through, and LDD in convincing fashion picks up that last final fight.
Yeah, I'd say very, very good. Like the chat was saying, very good game from both sides. I'd say, what would I say? The vision game, very strong from PAW. A little bit of weird rotations from JJ Bell and Biscuit Hat, but it was awkward to call in the moment. Like PAW made clean groups. Like they rotated as 5, but ended up losing side lane pressure for it. But the side lanes were not taken down enough to justify their splitting. But it's hard to judge whether you should group back with your team or just keep splitting. Like I said, most cases if you're gonna keep splitting, just send your support back to go help. But otherwise, pretty clean from both sides.
Yeah, especially with a strong wave clearing AD carry like Sivir, although lacking the wave clear really from any other source in a group up I don't know, it's tough. Because Sivir is their sole wave clear in that 5v5 group up.
I think that the Veigar needed to get shut down a little harder for them to have a chance here, or the game needed to be a little bit faster paced.
How are they going to shut down that Veigar? They burned both their suppressions into the Veigar every fight, but just so much shielding from the Ivern and the Stand United off of Shen and the Karma. They just kept that boy alive.
Yeah, I think the farm war needed to be won a little harder in mid. Just keep him under pressure, keep shoving him in. Don't ever let him outpush you, and get your resets off when you need to. So you just always stay ahead of him in items. But the game got stalled out so long around the mid game. The dance around vision and everything, it just all benefits Veigar. Every time he Qs, he'll get AP. So as long as he hits or kills minions or hits an enemy. So he ended up scaling way too hard. Able to one-shot Morgana a lot. No Morgana, no vision. So PAW loses their strongest point in their game as soon as their support is able to get one shot. Their vision game is their best point, I believe. Like we saw in the mid game, they had so many pinks in the river. That might have cost them some gold, honestly. They buy so many pinks that it might put them behind in items somewhat. But
I don't think
but not that it's not that crucial. Like honestly.
Yeah. So coming off this game, everyone remember to vote for your MVP. The straw poll is in the chat. Bear Jr., who do you think is your MVP here from LDD?
Gotta give it to Lugo. Honestly, clean. Clean from him. Very solid cheesing in the bushes, baby cages, making Allie flash multiple times out of the baby cage. Which is worst case scenario for her. She doesn't have flash ult engages, can't snowball the game out of control. And he scaled up nicely. Without even decal, we had 800 plus AP. So it was very good from him. I'd say second goes to Labby or Fall or even JJ Bell. Biscuit had too. Like they all played pretty evenly well across the board.
Yeah,
I just have to give it to Labby second because he picked Ivern. Like that shit is hilarious.
I mean, in all honesty, I ended up giving my MVP vote over to Labyrinth 1898. He came up with some pretty creative gank pathings there in the mid lane, always coming in behind Violet Sociocat, forcing either flashes or kills, which Violet Sociocat making some good plays and getting some trade kills in one or two of those. But just always getting there, always making sure that passive shield from Malzahar is down before going off and getting all this crowd control across. And just great play protecting his team, sitting off the backline. Really just clean jungling here from the Ivor, not taking any unnecessary fights against Sparkland 9-9 early, keeping himself up in that farm, even though it looks kind of rough, but kind of giving up on farming towards the end, grouping in those team fight scenarios. So I gave it over to Labyrinth 18.
Labby with the
well
flash auto to get first blood on the Nautilus top. I love it.
Showing off his Chad prowess there on the Ivern.
It was so good. And I think they cut stream here, right, for game 2?
10-4.
Say that again?
Yes.
All right, so we will cut off and catch you guys in game 2.